Hi, I'm Tyson Franklin and welcome to this week's video. Today I want to talk about an Australian comedian. His name is Heath Franklin, no relation. And he does an impersonation of Chopper Read, who was a small-time gangster in Australia. Now, if you're overseas, it may not mean anything to you, but the point of this video should make sense by the time I finish it. Now, he was touring around Australia, going to these small little towns, testing out some new jokes that he had for his 2024 tour, which he's probably doing now. So towards the end of 2023, he came to Cairns. There was only about maybe 30 of us at most in this small little bar. He got up there in character and ran through the jokes. And as he was there, he actually had some of the jokes still written down on sheets of paper, and he was crossing things out of a book and putting notes in. Then every now and then he'd tell a joke and we would laugh our heads off and he'd go, tick, that's a good one. And then every now and then he would say a joke and silence. And he would just go, maybe that one's not a good one. And we would all crack up laughing. So it was actually quite entertaining. What I took away from that day and what I was impressed about was I didn't realize that comedians actually did this, where they would write all the material out and then try some of these jokes out on test audiences. And based on their response, gave them an idea what to keep, what to throw out, and what they would then develop and work on further for the tours. And I assume that as he went around to the different towns, the jokes that we received were probably different to some of the places he'd been beforehand, and he probably adapted them at some of the places he visited afterwards, until eventually he has whatever he's going to be doing for the tour this year. How does this relate to your podiatry business? I think it's really important, and I'm just going to give one example. If you're thinking about increasing your fees, but you're a bit concerned, should I or shouldn't I put my fees up? I'm not quite sure what to do. Test it. Instead of just saying, oh no, my patients won't pay that amount of money, test it. Don't just throw it out and throw the idea out and say it will not work. Test it. So for starters, you might get your confidence up. You might change your fees for your new patients. You might be going, oh, should I charge this or should I charge a higher figure? Start somewhere, see what response you get. If there's no negative feedback to what you're charging, then you know that you can put it up. Because a lot of podiatrists I talk to, majority of them are undercharging for the good service that they provide. With your existing patients, you might take a small group, same thing, put the fee at a certain amount and see what sort of feedback you get. Based on that feedback, use it for what you'll do in the future. Now, if 10% of people are complaining about your fee increase, that is nothing to worry about. They always say if 10% aren't complaining, then your fees are too low. So if you've got a few people complaining, that's okay, let them complain. And if you're really trying to adapt and evolve your podiatry business, your fees have got to go up, because it's the only way that you can invest back into your business. Sometimes it's better to let those patients go. Let them go to the person down the road who is cheaper. And then I'll guarantee you, the more patients you see they're charging the higher amount, you won't even notice them gone. So regardless of what you can do, whether it's fees or it's something else in your business, test it on a small group first, see what results you get, tweak it, change it, and then implement it over a bigger scale. This may even be, you might come up with a marketing email or an old school letter or whatever you're going to do. But instead of just putting all your time and effort into doing it and sending out to 1,000 people, pick a small group, test it, see what response you get, tweak it a little bit, improve upon it, and then send it out. Just be like the comedian Heath Franklin. And I said at the beginning, no relation. Hope you get something from that, and I'll have another video for you next week. Okay, bye.